Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokémon Violet. In the last episode, we finally learned the truth about everything to do with Team Star, and who really was behind the curtain as their true leader, Cassiopeia, better known as Penny, was the true mastermind behind the creation of the not-so-delinquent group that Team Star really was, all formed off of a need to have somewhere to belong to and people who care about them, unlike how they felt during their time with Uva Academy. And with things the way they are now, they're truly free to continue on their path as the leaders of the Academy's new Star Training Centers, giving them a way to continue their work as Team Star, but also give their group a whole new purpose to train and cultivate the talents of trainers, all with the help and collaboration of the Pokemon League, overall giving Team Star a much-needed happy ending for everything they've gone through over the course of our adventure, and the year and a half prior to our adventure as well. So, with that being said, we have officially ended Operation Starfall, and that means there is literally only 2 things left on our menus, because technically Victory Road is still going, and Path of Legends is definitely still going, because we have yet to even start on, the second half of that. I have no clue how much longer Path of Legends is, because Victory Road was still going even after the champion was defeated, and I'm guessing Nemona is definitely maybe the trigger for the end of it. But, with that being said, honestly, we're definitely going to be going into Arven today, since I think it's about time we continue on the Path of Legends. So Poco Path, the lab on Poco Path, head up to the lab located at the base of the lighthouse on Poco Path. A lot of Poco Paths there, but our reasoning for going here was all because Toro said, now that Miraidon's feeling a lot better, it's about time we head back to the lighthouse. And poor Arven, first time he hears from his dad in a year and a half, basically, based on what we were told. Well, let's be honest here. Poor guy really didn't get the biggest end of the stick in this game, but honestly, he's been a pretty cool dude from everything we've seen with Mabostiff and everything, we've encountered with the Titans and everything. Honestly, Arven's definitely been a pretty cool character, and he's definitely improved from our first interaction with him, thinking that he was technically going to be kind of like a meme rival, but he ended up being just a chill dude that was just misunderstood, which was honestly the best case scenario for him in the end of the day. But let's see how Arven's doing, since, honestly, I'm quite interested to see what's going on with him now.
Seriously, you beat me here.
Yeah, sorry, Arven. We did ride on Miraidon to get here. Although we did give you a head start with everything that, we did the Victory Road, we did the Operation Starfall. So, honestly, you should have gotten here before me, in all honesty.
Well, this is the land. I used to come here to play all the time when I was a kid.
Well, that's good to hear, Arven.
There better be a good reason for calling us here like this.
Honestly, I got no idea why Toro wants to go here, or us to go here. And we still have yet to actually meet Toro, other than a video call screen, which is weird. I wonder why. We're literally what feels like Endgame, and we've never even met him. It's very odd.
Let's find out.
Let's find out indeed, Arven. So, inside the lighthouse for the very first time. And this was the first place we've actually been in the game, so it's weird that we never went in here. So, yeah, definitely strange.
Everyone always says he's some kind of genius. Absolutely brilliant. As a Pokemon professor. But damn it is. But let me tell you, as a parent, he's the worst.
Yeah, it seems that way, based on what we've seen.
All he ever does is work. He never even comes home. I don't even have a single memory of him, ever, even, playing with me, his own kid.
Wonder what ever happened to the mother, because based on the differences between the games, Arven's mom would be Sadam, and Toro would be his father. So, based on that, I'm guessing the other one doesn't exist anymore, based on that kind of idea. But the thing is maybe they both exist. I honestly don't know how that works, but it is definitely interesting to think about.
Mambo Stiff's the only one. He was there for me always.
Yeah, sorry buddy. It really is really unfortunate. But we're here for you.
Anyways, it's open now. Go on in.
Okay. You not gonna go in with us?
I just want to get this over with.
Don't blame me, buddy. Don't blame you at all. But inside the lab we go for the very first time of our adventure. Really weird being the first time we go inside the professor's laboratory. Being near the end of the game or at least it seems like we're at the end of the game, but we still might have a lot more. I honestly don't know. But we got ourselves a cutscene of a very, very dilapidated lab that seems to be not even being used anymore. But we do have Toro. Another screen that he's behind, though.
I need your help.
Okay. What kind of help do you need, Toro? Why'd you have us go to the lab for this? Because you had contact with us on the phone. That's weird.
I'm currently at the deepest point of Area Zero, in the Great Crater Paldea.
Inside the Great Crater? Okay. What about it?
I've been researching the unique Pokemon here for a very long time. I'm asking the two of you to lend a hand to help carry out the final step of the great Professor Toro's glorious research.
Final step of your research? Sure, we can help. What do you need us to do, though?
The final step. Well, there is something we need first. Something that can be found within that lab. What we need is a Violet book.
Oh, that's not in the lab. Arven's been holding on to it this entire time.
Wait, you mean this book? So you took it from the lab, did you, Arven?
Yeah, we used it to cure Mabo stuff.
This expedites things. Bring the Violet book to the deepest depths of Area Zero. Promise that it will be an experience worth treasuring if you come.
Okay. Yeah, sure, we can head into the crater. Although the school said strictly not to do so. So, technically that would be going against the school's guidelines. And we've been pretty good on that. Let's be honest there. So, going against Clavell would kind of be unfortunate, just because I actually really like Clavell, so going against his word feels kind of wrong. But, sure, we can do so. Maybe if we have Toro's permission, it wouldn't be wrong.
I must know. However, that Area Zero is both home to vicious Pokemon and outfitted with powerful cybernetic security systems.
Okay. Well, definitely for sure with the Robo Donphan that we fought as one of the Titans, because apparently that was from the crater. So, we might be seeing more of that once we get inside the crater. That's terrifying. But, okay then. Very interesting.
It seems to me that you might struggle if the two of you were to enter alone.
True, I guess, based on what you're saying.
You may take the time to gather some reliable allies before you come, if you feel the need.
Okay.
I will be awaiting you in the deepest part of Area Zero, whenever you arrive.
Okay then, Toro. So we have enough time, or we can choose our time to go down there. So apparently we're going to be going inside the crater of Paldea very, very soon. It was a big main point of the map, right smack dab in the middle. This entire time, we've even climbed up there to kind of get a glimpse, just to see what it was. And we saw a building up there, but we never actually went to check it out because I didn't want to, do any kind of super exploring in case it would lead to a spoiler. I jumped down the hole, though, and it just teleported us back up, so you can't jump down it. So, definitely very interesting. Just everything we've seen with the Paldea crater. It seems like it's just wrapped in mysteries. Every single way we've, learned about it, from things we were told, things we've seen personally, and even the Pokemon that seem to come out of it. There's a lot of mysteries revolving around it. And it looks like we're finally going to learn some answers, maybe. Maybe not a lot, but maybe at least something.
Area 0.
Area 0 indeed.
That place is bad news. It was down in Area 0 that Mabostiff got wounded in the first place.
Wait, really?
Down in the Great Crater Paldea.
So that's where Mabostiff got injured. And it required the Herba Mystica just to heal him. So that's definitely not a good place to be, then, based on what we're being told there. Okay, then. Huh.
In all honesty, I'd be perfectly happy to never see that place again.
Wonder what it looks like down there, just because I am really curious. We'll definitely find out very soon, but definitely cool, though.
Are you gonna go?
Of course, I'm going to go. We might find our treasure. Well, yeah, we might actually find our treasure down there. It would definitely be worth it. So you want to do it as friends? Because, let's be honest here, buddy. We're definitely there.
Our treasure, huh? Yeah, I suppose that was the assignment we were given.
True there. But honestly, the treasure was the journey we made along the way.
And it can't just stand by and watch a wild friend heads off into danger on his own.
Thanks, Arven. Thank you indeed, bud.
So guess I'm going to.
Good to hear.
Besides, I'd love to give Dad a piece of my mind.
Well, I'll definitely let you do that for sure, buddy.
Alright then, Spooks. Outside. We're gonna have a Pokemon battle. See if we're really ready to head into Area 0 or not. Mostly to see if I'm ready or not. So, let's go.
Okay, Arven. We can do a boss. Technically it would be a boss fight at this point. But, yeah, we can definitely do a fight with Arven. So we're gonna get to fight off with Arven here, too. Cool, so we got to fight with Penny, Arven, and Nemona. That's cool. We haven't fought Nemona yet, but I've been saving Nemona for last, because, obviously, I would feel like she would be, based on everything with older Pokemon games, your rival is usually your final opponents, usually, and they're built to be really, really hard, normally. So, I was kind of waiting to save Nemona for last, so that's good to hear. But technically, Arven, Penny, and Nemona were all our rivals. Nemona being the official rival. But definitely cool that we got to fight off against all three of them at the end of all their storylines. As well as Clavell, which was really cool. I really liked that part. But battle Arven outside the lighthouse on Poco Path. Okay then. Thing is, we do know some of his Pokemon. He has the Pepper Pokemon, the Grass Fire thing. He also has Greedent. He also had... Didn't he have a Steel type? I swear he had a Steel type. He also has Mabostiff, which is a Dark type. Don't know the other typing of Mabostiff, but we know a couple of his Pokemon, so we can kind of make a guess on what he might use. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna use his Greedent first, since that was his first Pokemon when we first originally fought him. So I'm guessing going with the Skwovet that he used back in the day, I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be Greedent first. Or it could be Mabostiff, but I feel like Mabostiff is gonna be his final Pokemon. Just because that's obviously a starter at the end of the day. Hey, Mabostiff, can I actually... Oh yeah, I can actually interact with him. It's pretty cool. Little LeChonk's checking us out. But let's tell Arven we're ready.
Alright, ready for battle, Spooks.
Of course I am, buddy. Let's definitely get into this then. Also, perfect timing. Midday is definitely a good time for a fight.
Excellent. You're ready too, Mabostiff. Right, Mabostiff?
Think so. It'll be his first fight, too. In a long, long time. Apparently, since being in the crater.
Yep, Mabustiff says he's ready.
You're battling with Mabustiff? Wait, are we sure? Are you sure about this? You're really gonna battle with your Mabustiff? That definitely sounds like a good question.
Okay, yeah. I can see why you'd be worried.
I think he'll be fine.
But my buddy's here burst with energy. You'd never know. He was so weak just a little while ago. Won't leave me alone. Always whining at me, wanting to battle you and your Pokemon.
Good to hear, Arven.
It's been so long. Nearly forgot. He always did love to battle. Even if he was always lost in that student council girl. The girl fanatic one.
Or the battle fanatic, oops.
The battle fanatic one, of course.
I'll just redo that line. Which makes sense. Nemona is a championship-ranked trainer, so obviously she was going to destroy Arven based on the fact that he tried to battle us with his Squobet, which was literally, like, right after he caught it. So, yeah, fair enough. Definitely can see that one easily happening.
Anyways, my point is there's no need to worry.
Okay, no need to worry indeed.
We're brand new Arven and Mabustiff, and we're feeling audacious, or maybe herbaceous.
Okay then,
let me give you a taste of what we can really do.
Okay, let's see what you got, Arven. I'm definitely ready for it. And technically, Arven is our second main rival, so I definitely am looking forward to this. You were challenged by Pokemon trainer Arven, and the only other time we've ever fought against Arven, and I was right on the Greedent. Okay, good. I was thinking that because the Squovent was his very first one.
The Pokemon that I met during our hunt for the Herb Mystica are all stars on this star-studded team.
Okay, so Greedent, he had the Scoville Pokemon, which was the pepper thing. Mabustiff, obviously, so we know 3 of them off the bat. I'm trying to think of what else he had. He had a Shelter, didn't he? So he's gonna have a Cloyster. Other than that, I'm kind of getting blanks on what he could possibly have. Other than that. I'm trying to think of what he used during Dondozo. I don't remember. I think he had an Electric-type Pokemon, I think, during Dondozo. Okay. And then there would just be one more Pokemon left. But I can't really think of what it could be. I think oh, he had a Quaxly, didn't he? Okay. Now I'm starting to remember his team, or what he used. So, obviously the final evolutions of all those Pokemon would be his Pokemon he would have. Okay, I think I got an idea. So, let's definitely close combat the Greedent here, because we're not going to let up on him, for sure. And honestly, close combat is definitely good on this thing, because if we did get hit by a Hyper thing, we're going to be at half HP for free. So, definitely take what we can get. Oh, Toedscroll. Okay. Obviously, the evolution of the Toedscroll that we saw a long time ago, but definitely, I don't think we've ever seen the final evolution of that thing, so we're finally seeing that as well. But I do remember him using the Toedscroll. So, thing is that's a grass type, and it's the opposites, I believe, for both typings of what's normally Tentacruel and just a general Tentacruel would be. So poison, water, opposites would be grass and ground, right? I think that's right. So the thing is we should definitely go with maybe... Well, ice is still good there then. Yeah, let's just go with Ice Spinner then, because that's a 4 times hit then, if I am indeed right on that being ground type. But I don't think we've ever seen, yeah, we've definitely never seen Toedscroll before, based on the fact that it does not tell us anything about its typing. I do know that the Toedscroll was definitely, oh my goodness, okay, that thing's faster than me. Okay, well I was not ready on that one, but good to know, just in general. So, thing is, if it's faster than Donald, only 2 other things can be faster than this thing. Sylvia or Grim. Grim could definitely go in, but the thing is I'm getting a weird vibe that I am remembering that Toedscroll was a ground type. So this could be really bad or it could be really good, depending on how this goes. We are faster though. Okay, good. I was worried about that one. So we ended up catching him off guard with that. Because that thing apparently outspeeds Donald. Donald's not fast, but he's definitely not slow. But Garganacl. Okay, we know what Mars does, because obviously Mars is Garganacl. So all we need to do is worry about throwing out a Pokemon that's definitely going to be able to deal with that. And good old Ryuji can definitely do so. So let's definitely use Arboliva here, and definitely take advantage of the Garganacl. So definitely remembered a bunch of his Titan Pokemon that he used during the Titans, is what I should say. But let's definitely go Petal Dance here, because we know this thing is more defensively tanky. It does have some decent special defense though. I cannot, deny that. Because looking at my Garganacl, or Mars, definitely has quite a lot. And yep, here's Scovillain. This thing's Grass Fire, I believe. So we definitely know that we can work with two different weaknesses there. But yeah, I wanted to show the special defense. 2013 defense with everything we've done, with all the extra, just in general for all the stat boosters that we've been given throughout the game, as well as some that we can actually buy very early into the game, which was really nice. As well as just in general, base special defense is actually pretty nice. And then 2013 defense with the enhancements for the power boosters is definitely not bad whatsoever. And also, this is what our good old Tinkaton's looking like right now, with a nice 252 in attack. So definitely not bad, but evening out to 177 at our current level, which is not bad whatsoever. But the thing is, Scovillain is definitely going to be something we need to be smart about. We keep Ryuji out, we're going to be doing Petal Blizzard, so we need to swap out immediately. So, let's see here, which weakness should we go for? We can either go for the grass, or we can go for the fire. We do have a couple things we could do for fire. But the thing is the grass is going to be easily able to do some damage to Clodsire, and then easily do damage to Garganacl. So I think Ceruledge could be our idea of what we can do here. So let's go back into Grim here, just because I feel safer with the fire damage here than I do with anything to do with Sammy, or just in general with Mars there, in this case scenario. But the thing is definitely a Pokemon that, although you guys have never seen, I've actually seen this thing on accident. So, honestly, even though we have no information in-game, I accidentally saw this thing on accident. But it's definitely a really weird Pokemon. But let's see here. Bitterblade is definitely what we want to do here. So let's just go in for a nice Bitterblade. We outsped it, which is really nice. I was not really sure if we would be faster there, but that's good that we did. But so far so good. And here comes the Cloyster. So I did remember the Shelter, because I believe that was one of his very first ones, I think, based on the Titans that we fought. I'm thinking that was, yeah, with Cloth. I think that was the literal first one that he had, which is interesting, other than Squovet, so second in the list, but still pretty cool. So, Cloyster. Well, we don't really have much for Cloyster, so Ryuji, I guess it's time to come back in here, buddy, because I'm gonna be honest here, you're really the only option here when it comes to Pokemon that we have for water types, because, yeah, Ryuji's literally the only thing we have, but definitely going for Petal Blizzard here. Icicle Spear could be bad. We get Seed Settler, so we get extra damage, so it's not bad. It's definitely not the best thing to be in an Icicle, Spear combo here, because the thing is that thing's gonna hit 5 times, more than likely, yep. That's probably Cloyster with its ability. Yeah, that was not smart. Not good either. That is really bad. Okay then. Well, I'm not really liking that. So because he did some nice cheese with that icicle spear, I'm gonna give him a nice gigaton hammer and knock this cloister into outer space. I think that's fair. So it's very cloister, but for doing that one, you're definitely getting one of those. Did a decent amount of damage, but did not get him. Liquidation, ouch. Definitely not one I want to be hit by, but it's not the worst case scenario at all. At least we did some decent damage. Let's get a play rough in. Thankfully we didn't get the 10% chance to miss. We seem to get that a lot though, but thankfully we didn't get it. Down goes Cloister, and here we go into Mabostiff. So let's definitely prepare, because we're definitely going to need to be ready. And he's definitely 100% going to terrestrialize, because Penny terrestrialized in her fight. So there's no way that Arven's not. Thing is, what would he terrestrialize into? Because I think Mabostiff is a dual typing. But the thing is the Mabo... I'm trying to remember the original... Mastiff. There we go, Mastiff. Yeah, Mastiff's naming for its actual, description is called the Dark Dog Pokemon. So he might just keep the pure Dark type. So I'm guessing that's probably what we want to be ready for, is what I'm thinking. So let's hold Sylveon. I think holding off here is probably smart. Okay, here we go. Mabostiff has Intimidate. Good to know. Okay, so I'm going to say let's terrestrialize right away, because I'm pretty sure Mabostiff is also going to terrestrialize right now. So, better safe than sorry, right? Let's just be prepared, because you never honestly know. So, definitely terrestrialize for preparation, just so we don't get smacked around too heavily, because it's gonna kind of even out.
Let's celebrate your full recovery with glow-up time to terrestrialize Mabostiff.
True there, buddy. But, Mabostiff, time for terrestrialization. So what are you turning him into? Pure Dark, okay. Good to know. And also, I'm very curious on what kind of typings Mabostiff's gonna be for what it is, because this is the first time we've actually, 1, fought with a Mabostiff, and 2, oh my goodness, we survived with 1 HP. Was that friendship? Or was that just random? Because it seems like the friendship bonus stuff is gone. So we literally survived with 1 HP. So, any kind of, IVs that I have for defense definitely just saved me right there through that crit. But let's definitely go for another play rough here. Let's see if we get back. Yep, we con him down. Down goes Mabostiff, and down goes Arven. They definitely both did really good there. And also, I liked how Mabostiff's eyes changed when he terrestrialized too. That was actually pretty cool. But, sorry Arven, we had to beat ya. And that means we're ready for Area 0 then, if we could beat you.
We were so close, Mabostiff. So close. Spooks, thanks, little bunny.
No problem, Arven. No problem whatsoever. But, honestly, good fight though. You definitely put up much more of a fight than Penny did. Although Penny did put up a decent fight. But, honestly, I think you put up quite a decent fight on your own. Because you actually knocked out a couple of our Pokemon quite easily on your own, without much help. So, I'll give you that one. You did really good, Arven, nonetheless.
Dang, this is the strength of Pokemon, or someone with them, who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh?
Yep, definitely true there. But you also did as well, to be completely honest.
Yeah, much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're gonna need some more support.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be safe if we're gonna be dealing with a lot of Pokemon like that Robodon fan. I really think it's probably gonna be the safest option to have a team. But who would we bring, though? I would think Nemona would join us. 100%. But who else after that? Because I don't think 3 would be enough, based on the raids being 4 people. Unless it's nothing to do with raids. But, definitely, it's an option. Definitely is an option.
Pokemon Area 0, super strong. No, there were all sorts of weird machines there, too.
Yeah, you could definitely say that with that Robodon fan.
I'd say we need at least 2 more people. Somebody with some champion rank level skills. Somebody who could deal with crazy tech.
Oh, okay, well we know both of them then. Penny and Nemona. Well, that's interesting. So every single person from all 3 storylines are technically perfect for our final mission into, or what I think would be our final mission into Area 0. Because that seems like an endgame area, really does. But that sounds like Penny, maybe Nemona. Well, he doesn't know about Penny, so that definitely sounds like Penny.
Penny, that crazy smart hacker girl, who is a big boss behind Team Star. I mean, yeah, she'd be perfect for the job. But when did you go making friends with some shady character like her?
Honestly, we did quite a lot there, buddy. It would take us way too long to explain that situation to you, Arven. Maybe a different time, bud.
But, well, we've gotta do what we've gotta do. Whoever you think could be a help, just trying to get in good with them. We'll see if we can get a team together. Get in touch if you make progress. I'll do the same.
I'm guessing the dialogue for Arven there is different depending if you face off with Cassiopeia or not. That's interesting, but Path of Legends completes. So 2 storylines down, leaving us just with Nemona left. And since we have a lot of time left, honestly, I think that's where we're going to be going next. So Nemona is definitely our next target, which sounds definitely good to me. I'll definitely say that one. Thing is, I think we should heal before going there. So let's go over to this one. I think as long as we don't go straight to the middle circle of Messagoza, I think we're perfectly fine to not get thrown right into the fights. Because I think there's a small radius around her. Because I was able to kind of get somewhat close to her without, getting forced into anything. I don't know if it's going to, drag you into anything, but I was able to kind of get somewhat near her when we were going to get Penny in the last one. So, definitely possible, but definitely think there might be more than likely a radius around her, just because that definitely seems to be a trope with some of the areas in this game. So definitely think we should be trying to think of what was her first Pokemon she always likes to use. I think Donald was pretty good for her first Pokemon based on our previous battles with her, unless she shakes it up out of nowhere. But I think Donald would definitely be good here. But with that being said, I definitely think we're ready. And also, with the fact that Arven did acknowledge Penny being the secret leader of Team Star, I really like that addition. So depending on how you do the routes, you actually have different, dialogues and stuff. That's quite interesting. So, I would guess that you'd say Cassiopeia in that sense, normally. Or maybe you just say Penny and he doesn't say anything about her being part of Team Star. Which definitely is interesting. But let's go see how Nemona's doing and see if we're ready. Because, let's be honest here, I have no clue what kind of level her Pokemon are going to be.
Any second now.
And it looks like there was a radius.
There you are, Spooks. You're ready for a battle between champions. Because all these folks are here ready to watch. We're gonna round a guess.
Oh, Rika and Poppy are here.
And out of every single person gathered here, I'm the most excited by a mile.
Definitely true there. Oh, Clavell and Geeta. And good old Larry and Hazel.
The stage is set.
True there.
It's my all-out power versus your strength in full fruition. Let's see who comes out on top.
Okay, let's definitely do this, as well as a full-on cutscene before the fight actually begins. And that's pretty cool. But here we go. And some new music for Nemona too. Champion Nemona is definitely ready for a battle. So here we go. And okay, Lycanroc. Yeah, we're definitely good with Donald. I was trying to remember, and Donald's definitely ready.
Finally the thing I've been waiting for all this time. Time to begin our greatest battle of all.
True there. True there indeed, Nemona. She's level 65 though, so we need to be careful. Thing is we can definitely go for Aqua Step here. Lichen Rock's faster. Okay. We need to be careful around that Lichen Rock, because he will definitely hit us for some decent damage there if we let him. But thankfully we got that.
To think I helped teach you type matchups, and now you're using them to put me in for a loop.
Didn't get the whole conversation there, but I think that works out. Still came out pretty decent. Okay, Palmont. This thing's electric fighting, so we need to swap out. So, let's see here. Well, flying type would be good here, but we don't have flying. Electric would be good with Sammy. You know what? Sammy is definitely a good one. So Sammy, you know what? You're ready. Because you completely negate electric damage. So the only thing we need to worry about is fighting type. So as long as we're careful, we should be fine against Palmont here. Thing is Palmont really didn't hit us at all. So we don't really know how hard. Oh my goodness, that hits hard. Okay then.
How do you like my real hard hits? Man, it feels so good to finally let loose.
Okay, same here though, because I'm finally getting to fight you at your full strength, but down goes Palmont, and we're lower level, so this is a fair fight no matter what. I'm surprised Sammy actually got a one-shot though, because Sammy does not have any physical strength, so honestly, I'll take that. But here we go, Earthworm. And also, if you guys are wondering what kind of strength Sammy has, he's literally all tank, for the most part. He's got a lot of HP, some decent special defense, and then kind of medium style attack. It's not a lot, but it's still something. It's just not good compared to like our 217 or 177 or 172 or 193 or the 246 that Ryuji has. I definitely will say that Sammy is the weakest physically, but definitely not a bad help at all. But let's see here. Earthworm is a Steel-type Pokemon, so Grim would be good here. So let's get Grim on out, because he'll definitely be a better contender to a Steel-type user. Technically Donald as well would be good here, because close combat, but I'm going to say Grim here, because I feel safer with that option, because I feel like Grim should do decent. So let's definitely go Bitter Blade, try and do some decent damage here. And not bad. Still up though, and it's going Earthquake. That could hurt a lot. Oh, we survived. I'm very surprised about that one. But we're gonna go for another Bitter Blade here to get a little bit of HP back. Not a lot, because obviously, depending on the damage you do, is how much HP you get back. So 10 HP is not bad. It's definitely not the worst HP to get back, but not a lot though at the same time. Goodra. Okay, Goodra is definitely where we swap into Sylvia, because Dragon typing is definitely weak against Fairy, so Sylvia will definitely do good here, so let's definitely use our Tinkaton to the greatest measure as we possibly can, because let's be honest here, Tinkaton / Sylvia is literally our MVP this game. There's no way around that, because honestly, usually it's like your starter Pokemon ends up being your MVP, but Sylvia has been a massive help in this game, so I'm very grateful that we picked up Sylvia when we did, when we were getting rid of Jeff the Spider for Spidops. But honestly, although Spidops didn't get to join us for a lot of our adventure, he was fun for the time we had him. Okay, the Dunsparce is pure normal, right? So let's see here. I'm gonna say let's go into Donald here, because Donald will definitely be worthwhile here, I think. So let's definitely prepare. Thing is as soon as she gets to her final Pokemon, that's when we need to be as offensive as possible, because Skeledirge will start whacking us for as much damage as it possibly can do. But let's go into close combat. Let's just try and get some decent damage in. The Dunsparce is down, so not bad whatsoever. Also, does that one... Yeah, that one's much larger than the other ones. Huh. Okay then. Apparently they have different forms that you can get. That's interesting. Because normally I see it with like 2 little segments past its head. But apparently it can have 3. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, here we go, Skeledirge, her starter.
It's all down to this, my last Pokemon. We're gonna fight with everything we've got.
Would definitely like to see this. Okay, Skeledirge. This is where things get very, very interesting. And has no effect. Oh, wait a minute. I never actually checked the typing on this thing. Ooh. Okay. Fire Ghost, that's actually really interesting. Because, the only other starter that has that typing was the Hisuian form of Tyranitar, which was from, the Pokemon Legends game and not a main lines like normal one of these games. That's very cool. Huh. So they're really, making that a main typing for a main starter. That's actually pretty cool. Okay then. I like the typing. Very, very much actually. But I'm thinking Terrestrialization, Aqua Step. We need to start getting ready before Torch Song starts hitting, because that is going to start hitting us like a truck, and we cannot let that start steamrolling. So we need to get the Terrestrialization ready now, before it's too late. But now we need to get ready for Nemona's.
Shining blazingly bright, my greatest treasure.
Okay, our greatest treasure indeed. Terrestrialization for good old Skeledirge for our final time of our main adventure, but definitely looking forward to seeing how this final fight goes here. Surprised she kept the fire typing, because she had the chance to change it, because Medali Gym is where you do it, but apparently none of the trainers ever changed theirs, which is interesting. But so far so good. She's going Shadow Ball. You're not going... Okay, I was about to say you're not going Scorch Song, but I'm actually happy you didn't. Okay, I'll take a Shadow Ball. You're slower than Donald base speed, so that means we can go fairly into either Sylveon or Grim here. So, because you are a Ghost type, I say we take advantage of your Ghost typing weakness. I think that's the smartest thing. So Grim is going to be the MVP of this fight. So, Grim, you do the honors, buddy. Because, let's be honest here, I honestly really like Grim's design. He reminds me so much of Persona. So, honestly, I'll definitely use him to end this fight off. But down goes Nemona at her full strength. And that means we are officially stronger than Nemona. And as well as Geeta, too. But sorry, Nemona. We had to do it to you. But there goes our final battle. So, what do you think, Nemona?
You did it. This is legit incredible. You're the strongest out there, Spooks.
Well, I tried my best.
I mean, you knocked me flat, and I was giving you absolutely everything I had. Everything I... oh man, Pokemon battling, am I right? It's so much better, so much more fun than I ever knew.
Well, it's definitely good to see that we gave you a fight.
Thanks for the incredible match. You beat me fair and square.
True there. Definitely true. And you put a decent fight on your own, too. But we had a decent amount of type advantages.
Now let's give ourselves a minute and have a quick break, Spooks. Before round 2, of course.
Round 2? Okay, well, sure.
Which Pokemon should I bring out this time? Decisions.
Oh, she has more Pokemon she could throw on her team? That sounds pretty interesting. She did have a Tauros in the intro. Whatever happened to that? I just thought of that. But Victory Road is now complete. Meaning, all that's left to do... Oh, here we go. The Rotom phone. Let's see. Is it Toro? No, it's Arven.
Yo, Arven here.
Oh, Mabos is sparking.
Whoa, down, boy. Don't jump up like that. Seems like hearing your voice as old Mabostiff. You're all worked up, Spooks. But that's not what I called. Nearly forgot. You remember what we talked about before? About going to your Zero?
Yeah, we literally just heard about that today. So, yeah, definitely. What about it, Arven?
Course you do. You little know-it-all. Kinda mind like a steel trap, eh?
Well, it did just happen, but I would definitely remember that one.
Well, all the effort you've been putting in around Paldea has been really helping out you make a name for yourself. Build up some goodwill, that's for sure. So I've been able to secure 2 allies who want to go to Area 0 with us. That should have us ready to tackle anything. So now we've all just got to get out there. First step will be gathering at Area 0. I'll be ready and waiting for you at 0 gates. I'll send you the location on your phone too. Don't leave me hanging forever.
Okay, definitely for sure. Wait a minute. That's the building we saw, isn't it? Okay. Because we climbed up on top of the crater and we saw a building. So that was that building. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. So we know where that is.
We'll be waiting, of course.
And good old Mabstiff's barking away like crazy. But head to 0 gates. Let me just see where they want us to go from. Oh, they want us to go... Yep, that's definitely it. Oh, you can see it on the map. Oh. Okay, so the way home. 0 gate. To 0 gate, go meet Arven at the 0 gate so you can travel into the Great Crater Paldea together. And it's right outside Medali of all places. That's interesting, because I said that you could change your terrestrialization here. That's very interesting, because that's a big part of this game. So it being right out of Medali is actually a very interesting spot. And this looks like maybe where you go in from, because this usually means that you're going towards a cave, if it looks like a road's going into a rocky structure like this. So apparently this is actually where you go in from. Technically you could climb up, but interesting. Very, very interesting. Thing is, with that being said, we're definitely going to be saving that one for the next episode. Let's be honest here. I think that will definitely be the starts of, I'm going to say, more than likely the final story of the main story. Unless this is post-game now. I'm not even sure if we're even in the post-game yet, or even if there is a post-game. I'm not honestly sure, because technically it could transition straight into the post-game without my knowledge. But if we are still in the main story, I'm guessing this is probably the final story. Just because it definitely seems like everything's leading up to this point, because the Paldea crater has been something literally in the middle of the map since the very beginning of the game. And it's just been hiding mysteries this entire time. And finally heading into this crater honestly feels like endgame material. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for joining me today. It's been a blasting out with you guys, and with all 3 of the major storylines that we've been building upon finally at its end, we now begin the final, what seems to be the final story of Pokemon Violet. And honestly, we still have quite a lot other than the main story, but honestly, the main story seems to be finally wrapping up very, very soon from here. And that's insane. Honestly, it's been so much fun playing this. It's the first real open world game we've ever played on this channel, and how we've been able to record it feels like a huge milestone for this channel, because I would have never even imagined doing an open world game on this channel before, just because it's not my expertise. And we did it with flying colors, I believe. I really do think we did this with flying colors. So, with that being said, thank you all so... Well, technically we did Fire Cry, but I feel like that was more dipping our toes into that kind of stuff. This really felt like my first real attempt at an open world game that felt perfect. Like an actual, I know what I'm doing. I was so focused on like just story adventure games. Technically this is a story adventure game, but open world status. But I had so much fun with this, and it's been a blast hanging out with you guys throughout this entire adventure. And with that being said, in the next episode, we will be finally heading into the crater. of Paldea and finally learning hopefully the mysteries of whatever really is going on inside there. And maybe we'll finally meet Professor Toro. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky, and peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.